Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of automata and computability theory. In this video, we are going to write a regular expression for the set of all strings that are at least of length 4 and contains an even number of 1. Now, this might look very hard to you, but it's a little bit tricky, but we can pull it off. But how? So, at first focus on the length 4. The even number of ones part will focus it on later, but at first focus on length 4 as it must have to be at least length 4. That means there are 4 digit, this is confirmed, and then there can be other part, right? Now as the alphabet of this language is 0 and 1, that means binary string, so there can be 2 to the power 4 or 16 possible combination for these 4 digit, right? The last 4 digit can have 16 possible combinations. Now what are those? So at first let's write these 16 possible combination which can be in the last. So these are the 16 possible combination for these 4 digit. Now as we also have to focus on, now let's focus on this even number of ones. So in this 16 number we can see that there are 8 numbers with even number of 1, there are 8 numbers with even number of 1 and 8 numbers with odd number of 1. So 8 numbers and 8 numbers. Now if there is even number of 1 in this part, that means in this 4 digit, if there is even number of 1, then this part of our strings must have even number of 1 too, because the complete strings have to have even number of 1, and even plus even is even. So if this part have even number of 1, then this part must have even number of 1 too, and similarly if this part has odd number of 1, then the other part must have odd number of 1 too. Why? Because odd plus odd is also even. So if this has odd number of 1, then this will have odd number of 1. So at first that means what we have to do is we have to design two different regular expression for these two parts, odd plus odd and even plus even. We have to design two different regular expression and then merge them together with an OR. So at first let's focus on this even plus even part. So for this even plus even part, we have to find out the even number of ones from this. So we have to separate this 16 number based on even number of 1 or odd number of 1. So let's separate them at first. So these are our 8 number. So these are our 8 number of even 1, and these are our 8 number of odd 1, right? So now let's design this even 1 part at first. So from this we can add these 8 numbers separately using OR, but we can also generate this number using pattern. So as adding them using OR is easy, let's do it using the pattern part. So now from these two number and from these two we can generate a pattern. How? You can see that these 4 number has 00 or 11 common in the end, right? So there is 00 and 00, there is 11 and 11, and similarly they have 00 or 11 at first. So we can generate this 4 number using 00 or 11 for the first 2 digit, and then 00 or 11 again for the last 2 digit, right? 00 or 11. Similarly, for these 4 digit we have 10 and 10, and then 01 and 01 common, and also so for these 4 digit we can have, or this part is for this 4 digit, and then for this 4 digit we can have 01 or 10 or 10, and then 01 or 10, right? 01 or 10. So this will give us this 8 even numbers, right? So this will generate this 8 number with even one. So 00, and so this is for the 4 string, 2 here and 2 here, and this one is for these 4 strings, right? Now as this is even one, so keep this even one, we have to have even number of 1 before this, right? Because even plus even is even. So before this we also have to have even number of 1 to keep this even number of 1. So to keep the even number of 1 and at least length for condition. So now how can we generate even number of 1s? To generate even number of 1, we can have any number of zeros, right? The 0 doesn't contribute to the number of 1, so we can have any number of zeros, but whenever we get a 1, we must have another one to keep it even, right? Because 1 make odd, and then another one makes the number of 1 even. So we must have, for 1 we must have another 1 with it, and in between there can be any number of zeros, right? And then before and after them there can be any number of zeros too, but as we are going to use a line closure, so we don't have to put 0 line closure before and after this, because that can be generated from this 0. So this will give us the even number of 1. So we have to put this before here, before this part, right? So we have to put this here. So 0 or 1, 0 line closure 1, and they can come any number of time, right? So a line closure once again. Now this solves our half of our problem. We got even now at least length 4 and even number of 1, while there is even number of 1 in the last 4 digit, but there can be odd number of 1 in the last 4 digit too, right? So we have to deal with this part too. Now how can we do it? Let's find the combination once again. So these two number, sorry, so 1101, right? 1101. So from these two number and these two number we can see that there is 01 and 10 in the end. So 01 or 10. and before it we have 00 or 10, right? 00, sorry, 00 and or 11. So 00 or 11, right? So these will generate these 4 strings 00, 01, 0010, 1101, 111, how? There is 00 or 11 at first. So this 00 or 11 and then 01 or 10, 01 or 10. But we can have these 4 strings too. So how can we generate these 4 strings? 01 or 10, they have 00 and 11 at the end. So at first 01 or 10, so 01 or 10 and then 00 or 11, right? 00 or 11. So this generates the last 4 digit, but we can have something before this, right, too, because our length is can be greater than 4, so we can have something before these two. Now what we have to have before, as this has odd number of ones, so there must be odd number of 1 here too to make it even. So how can we generate odd number of 1? To generate odd number of 1, we have to at first generate even number of 1 and then add 1 extra. So we already have seen how to generate even number of 1. So this 0 or 1 0 line closure 1 line closure gives us even number of 1. Now we have to add another 1, so let's add another 1, and between this and after this we can have any number of zeros, as 0 doesn't contribute to and there is no problem with having zeros, right? So this generates the odd number of 1. So what we have to do is we have to add this at first, at the beginning. So 0 or 1 0 line closure 1 line closure, then 0 line closure 1 0 line closure, right? So this part solves the other half of our problem. Now we have to merge these two regular expression, right? But how do we merge it? We merge it using a OR. So this whole part or this part goes here, right? So understand it, I guess you do. So thank you.